Hello and welcome to the Chaoko draws. This is the Chaoko draws for the Wolfina character bio image. This took about 1 hour and 5 minutes, I think. Yeah, it was around that much time. And again, it was sped up, but obviously. But I just like to say that because sometimes people ask, like, how long did this take you? For some reason, this took longer than Tokens. I don't think it took longer than Cheetah Kids. Like, Cheetah Kids was about as long. I think it's just in Europeans in general. Like, I'm gonna test that out, like, when I do, like Polo and stuff like that, other European characters. See if it takes an hour, as in comparison to Token, who only took 45 minutes. Which is why his video was shorter. But, anyway, just to start this off, I wanted to, like, say, Wolfina, like, even though I said, like, you know, I mentioned, like, Eclipse is one of my favorite characters. Wolfina is my absolute favorite character. I know I'm not supposed to, like take sides to what character is my favorite, because I like all of them. But, like, Wolfina, like, of all the characters, is my favorite. Like, she was originally not very, like, dimensional. Like, she was very two-dimensional in the older series. But in this series, I managed to make her, like, story, like, I really liked it. But, like, as far as the comic, she, like, became my favorite character after, like, working on the story again and, like, doing all this other stuff. No, not because she's the most attractive one, I guess, according to the characters. But, like, yeah, don't think that. Don't think about it. But, yeah, she's my favorite character. And, like, again, I'm not supposed to think about any characters being my favorite, because, like, I'm not supposed to like or hate any of my characters more than others. But there's just some characters that are just really likable to me. Like, I like their story the most. Like, I know I really like Wolfina's story, I like Kai's story, I obviously like Cheetah Kid's story. I like Eclipse's story. Like, as I already said, I really like Eclipse. I really like Eclipse's story too. There's also characters that I really hate, but it's for the good reasons, because they're obviously villains, or they're just like jerks. Like, there's some villains that I hate for myself for making, because of what they do to the characters and stuff like that, or like how they interact with the world and such. But, like, God, I'm like very emotionally invested into the story. Like, half of it is just like writing the story, like, has made me cry multiple times. 2 parts made me cry the most, though. And I can't say what those are, but, like, God, those are sad. But, yeah, I forgot what else I was gonna talk about other than the fact that Wolfina was my favorite character. But other than that, like, currently, I'm out of my art block, which I mentioned in the last episode, but, I'm still in a very, like, rebellious mood, where I'm just, like, not very sure of what I want to do right now. Like, I'm like, I want to work on Cheetah Kid, and I'm just like, nah, I'm working on it later. And I'm just like, I want to work on Threadbound, and I'm just like, nah, I'm working on it later. And I'm just like, I want to work on House Best Game, and it's just like, nah, I'm working on it later. And I'm just like, I want to work on friggin', or like, House Best Tale bad one. House Best Game is not the actual name of the game. I want to work, god damn it. I want to work on Diggy the Huskey, and it's just like, no, I'll do that later. Actually, currently in my mood, I'm like, I want to work on Diggy the Husky. That's currently what I'm feeling. And that's what I was feeling this night, because, like, I, like, stayed up till 4 o'clock again, because I'm an insomniac. And just, like, sat there. Diggy the Husky, I'm just gonna say this right now. Diggy the Husky went from not being developed to most of the game's basic functions being done. Like, I know I'm not supposed to work on it, but, like, last night I was just in, like, the mood to work on it. And it just went, like, I got almost everything done. Like, I got the digging system kind of down, I got the ladder system kind of down, fighting system kind of down, health system, and the energy system, which is a thing I, like, made because before Diggy couldn't attack. And in the new game, or the HD version, which, again, it's not being made unless I was like, F it, just work on that. Like, when that game gets made, the Diggy will be able to attack now, but it's not a thing where he can attack a lot. It's like, after a certain amount of time, he has an energy meter that fills up, and when it gets to max, you can use an attack. And it levels up, like, periodically, so, like, you can use 100, like, point. Like, when it gets to a certain point, you can easy attack or like a very weak attack, and then like when it gets to another point, you can do a stronger attack, and then when it gets to the final point, you can do a really strong attack. But yeah, that system of attacking was actually pretty interesting. If I was ever to replicate that that system of how that works, I probably wouldn't be able to replicate it. Like, it was really weirdly made. Like, I've even tried remaking it for like Threadbound for like summoning, but like it does not like translate well for some reason. Like, the way I made it so it didn't translate well. I think it's because it's a platformer, and like in platforms you don't need to see the character's stats other than their HP, and in this case they're special in their lives. Also, yeah, there's a life-based system now, so if you die, you have to like lose life, and then you go back to a checkpoint. So that sucks for you. But yeah. Other than that, I'm actually having problems like having things in like the game reset in both Threadbound and Diggy the Huskey, like, which are both made in the 001 engine. Like, for some reason, like, and I don't know if any of you guys encountered this in the April Fool's demo. Like, if you like die and the game resets like completely, then it will, like, if you try to pick up an item or do a certain function, it will just like straight up crash the game or freeze it, which is really bad because Threadbound was automatically like non-windowed mode. Like, you can change it to be windowed mode, but like it was non-windowed mode, and there's no real way to get out of windowed mode. So that sucked. Like, when I first found that, I was like doing the final version of the April Fool's demo, and it just like stuck on the screen. It was just like there forever. I was like, well, this is my life now, and I just have to spend time restarting the computer completely, and anything I was working on was gone. But yeah, I'm just in a very rebellious mood, just doing anything that I want to at the moment, just being like, I want to do this, I want to do that, with me. And it's just like, I gotta work on one thing. Although I might be taking a break on Threadbound, to be honest, because like I know I have to make the game. Like, at this point, in all that I've invested into the game, I have to make the game. But I might make it later, because holy like, it's like really hard to make. Like of course, like, I've made it this far like for a year, but like that was after a year, and I've only done like part of McCann. Not even all of, like, Infinitville and stuff like that, all the, like, other functions of the game. It's just too complicated. Like, I need people, like, I need more people other than me and D-Rock to be working on it. Like, I can do it by myself, and, like, me and D-Rock do, like, story stuff and, like, weapon design and such like that. But, like, God, is it hard. Like, the only reason why, like, I picked up, as I said before, on House of Skills of Babylon, because they had a whole setup going. Well, the way their game's being made, it looks very promising. Like, that will be made at some point. So I'm just like, you know what? It's gonna be made. I can help them. But like with my thing, it's just like I'm very lazy. On top of the fact that I don't have enough support to make the game like fast enough. But like, if I like just like kept doing what I was doing now, I would make the game in like 4 years. That's how long it would probably take. Like, I need to be able to focus on that game more. And I need to have more people focus on the game more. Like, it's mainly just, like, tile design, and, like, it's like tile design, enemy sprites, like, no, tile sprites, enemy sprites, abilities, but I can't really have other people import abilities, so, or maybe I can, I don't know. Like, have people just, like, go to 001. I know there's a sharing option for, like, sharing your resources and such like that. But I don't know if you can share abilities. Well, actually, you can share items, so maybe you can share magic. Oh, well, I guess if someone, like, gets the 001 engine, somehow figures out how Threadbound works, I can't give them a copy, because for some reason when you copy the file, it doesn't, like, make a duplicate. It just, like, it's a folder, and you can't open it. That's the only sucky thing about Threadbound. If there's one thing that messes up with 001 engine, like, if there's one error or, like, file deletion, I cannot make Threadbound anymore. Because it will just be destroyed. Like, there's only one file of it. I can't make multiple. Like, I tried to, and it didn't work. So, like, the only thing I could really do to save it would be to save all the resources, save all the, what's it called? Save all the sprites. Save all the sprites, save all the, try to save all the, codes. I don't think I can. Like, it'd be a really complicated system to try to save all those codes. And, like, if it ever, like, messes up, I'm screwed because, like, I have a horrible memory and I would, like, not remember most of the functions of the game. Or, like, how they worked. And I'd probably just, like, take a long break before I got back to it, so I'd definitely forget all the functions and shit. But, yeah. I might take a break on Dreadbound. Like, I don't know, I'm just, like, not in the mood right now. But, like, I will finish the game. That game will be finished, because the soundtrack is pretty much done. The soundtrack is pretty much completely done. The weapons are done. Well, the weapon designs are done. I haven't finished programming or, like, redrawing, like, most of the weapons. But, like, that's done. The basic attack functions of the game, like, combat system is done. A lot of things are done. I just have to make the game. And, well, I guess the tournament, the Grithic system needs to be, like, worked on. And the, honorable combat. There's just a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on that I just am not. I'm just not on that right now. But I'll continue working on it, like, periodically. Like, if I feel like it, I'll tell you guys when I, like, or, like, I'll do the update thing where I say, like, oh, I did new stuff. I'm losing my voice. Why? Why am I losing my voice? But, yeah. This is not going to be a work on title right now. Or I might, I don't know. Just don't worry about it too much. I will be still working on Houseman's game. And maybe Diggy the Huskey, I don't know. It's just like, the thing with Diggy the Huskey is, it's so easy to make. Like, it's still complicated, kinda, but in comparison to everything else, it is so easy to make. Like, I could just sit there and just, like, it's basically like the old days of what I used to do. Just make simple basic things, like maybe like 6 frames of animation. And it's only like left and right and like stuff, and like maybe an attack feature or a jump feature. And so it's really not that hard. Ow. It's really not that hard to make. In comparison to Threadbound, which every character has like a bunch of sprites. Diggy Husky, it's just like, okay, well Diggy has a lot of sprites, so most of the enemies don't have that many frames. But, yeah, everything else, yeah, it's just a really easy game to make. Like, honestly, it's not that hard. Like, if I actually tried to make Diggy the Huskey, I could make it in a year, like I did last time. Like, Diggy the Huskey, like, every part took me about, like, 3 months, I'd say. And even then, that's kind of sad, because, like, that was an Exploder. And really, that should have taken me only, like 2 weeks to make each part. But, I was younger back then, I wasn't very tech savvy, so. But, like, yeah, nowadays, I could just make Diggy the Huskey in about a year, or, like, less than that. And, like, I'm actually taking a game development course right now, so I don't know, like, if we, like, in the end, when we get to the end, we have to develop a game, that might just be my project, like, and they're probably gonna ask me to make an arcade game, because that's what I'm currently, like, reading about. But, like, if it just comes to a point where it's just like, alright, now we're gonna make a game, I'm just gonna be like, okay, Diggy the Huskey. Because that is my trademark. Diggy is my trademark. Like, even though he is from a game that is not that good, like, I still really love Diggy the Huskey. I don't know why. But, yeah, I'll make it into a thing one day. And maybe one day soon, I'm not sure. But, yeah. I'm just weird right now. Like, I'm in these moods a lot, guys. Don't worry about it. This isn't just, like, a new thing that happens. I've done this a lot of times before that you guys have just never been able to see. But, yeah. Don't know what else to talk about on that note. Pretty much said everything I need to say there. Let's see. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. The video's almost over anyway, so this will be a good time to say bye to you guys. Yeah. We're gonna get Wolfina's favorite character. in a moody mood. Gonna stop making Threadbound for a moment and maybe Diggy the Huskey? I don't freaking know. But, well, I'm not really gonna stop making Threadbound at the moment. It's still gonna be made. It's still gonna be made. I'm still gonna be doing art for it. I'm actually doing the title screen art right now and the cover art. But, it's good. That's still taking a while. That's taking me forever. That's how you know it's bad. But, thank you guys for watching, and, yeah, you know, all that other stuff I usually say, just, like, don't bother subscribing or liking or whatever. I don't care in the world. Because honestly, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm an artist, so whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next Chaoko draws if you're there. If you're not, then that's cool. See you.